Today on CWN, Miss Sun had a world history project.
And we caught up with Mr. Green, the full-time health substitute. I'm Emma.
And I'm Ace. Today is Friday the 13th, but nothing scary going on here.
Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance and the pledge to the Texas flag.
The Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. The Texas Pledge. Under the Texas flag, I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state under God, one and indivisible.
Our choir classes performed last night here at CHS, and what a performance it was, with lots of holiday cheer. Let's talk to a choir member to see how it went.
Good morning, cats. I'm here with Ricky. Ricky, let me ask you, the choir concert was last night. How did that go? How did everything fall into place?
I mean, it worked out really well. We had our middle school perform first, and we got to see how well the 8th graders, 7th graders, and 6th grader people did. We even had the boys group go, and we all did really good. And we got to go last, and we all had our own individual songs from the girls and guys. And at the end of the concert, we got to go sing with our parents, and I think it was really good. I think we went really well. It was really good for my last year being here.
That's awesome. All right, I'm here with Derek. Derek, as a guy in the guys choir, what song did you guys perform, and how did you guys think you did? How long did it take you all to practice it?
Well, we performed Chanton Noel. It was a Christmas song, obviously. We think we did pretty good, but we practiced about a month, maybe 2 in advance to make sure we were ready, and we usually do that for a good amount of the songs.
All right, that's great. Now let's turn it back to the studio.
Many of you seen Mr. Green around school and at sporting events, but you probably just didn't know who he was. He's a full-time substitute who took over Coach Radford's classroom. Here's a really good guy who cares a lot about all of us here at CHS. Let's get to know him.
Hey cats, I'm Zoe. I'm with Calallen TV here at Calallen High School. Here at Calallen, we have plenty of Calallen substitutes, but if you didn't know, one sticks out the most. Mr. Green is the permanent sub for the health class and the 7th period tennis class, and he also helps out in the morning with cafeteria duty. Mr. Green is a permanent substitute for the health class, and not only does he substitute all day, but he also properly instructs the class rather than reading off of a paper and just handing out an assignment.
This is the first time I've got to do this longer-term job at Calallen High School. I've subbed at a lot of the other schools. In fact, I've subbed at all the schools before, but I've never had a chance to be in one for this long. And it's really quite interesting because when you go to other classes, you're just there for a day, maybe 2 days, and you don't really get to know the students. But when you get to be there for a whole semester, you really get to know all the students, you get to know their names, and you get to spend a lot of time with them. And I think that's really cool because I enjoy all the students, and it's a lot of fun to get to know them better.
Mr. Green also substitutes for the 7th period tennis class. He instructs new drills and makes sure that we're hitting correctly and efficiently day to day.
My favorite class this year has been 7th period PE class because I get to go outside and I get to watch all the kids that are in tennis play, practice, and it's a lot of fun working with them.
Mr. Green is a very excellent addition to our Calallen substitute staff. That's all from us, now back to the anchors.
If you happen to see him, introduce yourself and say hi.
This semester, many of our EKG students did amazing, but they will be transitioning into phlebotomy for next semester. Here's Serenity to tell us more.
Here at Calallen, all the cats are given plenty of opportunities to success and succeed. One of those is EKG and phlebotomy, where it helps you get certified and go farther in life.
In EKG, you learn to properly place electrons on a person's body and what leads go on what electron. Also being learned is how to read an EKG on paper and also to determine what an EKG on paper means. And in the first semester, once you get to the end of it, you will be taking an exam that will determine if you will be certified or not. So what have you learned so far in EKG?
I learned how to read a rhythm strip and how to actually do an EKG.
So what do you like about EKG?
I like that we can have a lot of experience in EKG and phlebotomy, and that I can possibly be certified by the end of this year.
After passing their EKG final, they will move on to phlebotomy.
Phlebotomy is obviously when people have gone to have lab work done. They draw blood from the veins.
Us Wildcats have nothing but pride, and we're very proud of our EKG and phlebotomy students for trying as much as they can. That's all from us. Now back to the studio.
Human Services with Coach Luna has already had a full year of learning in just half a semester. Let's take a deeper look into the world of sewing as Lacey investigates more about the versatile needle and thread.
Good evening. My name is Bryant Ford. Recently, Coach Luna's class has been sewing. We sent our reporter, Lacey Davis, down to Coach Luna's class to get some info about how it's going.
Hey guys, it's Lacey Davis. I recently just went down to Coach Luna's class to get a little more information about her sewing class.
Right now, the class that's going to learn how to sew is Human Services. And a part of the class is to learn how to make quick alterations to shirts or even sew on a button. We also learn about laundry and the importance of knowing the different symbols and how you treat your fabric. It's important that every student know how to sew by hand and how to sew with the machine.
Coach Luna also told us about the importance of not only knowing how to use the machine, but how to sew by hand.
The importance of this class is learning that it's important for you to learn how to sew by hand and also how to learn how to sew with a machine, because in life we wear clothes, and no matter where you go, you're going to have to learn how to fix things. A part of CTE is learning that we have machines that we can work with and that we can have an advantage. Especially with sewing, you can have a career one day with it. You can go and be an entrepreneur and make stuff and make your own money. There's so many different jobs that you can also get just because you know how to do the simplest task of making an alteration. It's important that my students learn that these little things can carry on forever in your life. It's not just, oh, I learned it in school and I'm done. Like, you can carry it on forever to your whole life.
While talking to Coach Luna, she gave us a lot of insight on how sewing can help in life.
My mother was a seamstress and still is till today. She's been sewing for almost 50 years. It's something that she does on the side, and she's still able to provide for her family, especially like when COVID hit. It was really hard because she lost a job, but knowing that she could sew and still make money still helped us make ends meet. So just because one thing fails in life doesn't mean you can't pick up where you have, the good trade and keep going and keep, surviving for yourself. So this is really good to teach your kids and then for generations to come.
Coach Luna's class is a good class to take because it prepares you what is yet to come in life.
Ms. Burkhart's class has been having lots of fun with their lab. They learned a lot about calculating power. Let's take in Ms. Burkhart for more.
Hey cats, I'm Alec and I'm here with Ms. Burkhart. So Ms. Burkhart, I heard y'all had a lab. How'd that go?
Oh yeah, we had a little fun. So we did a power lab, and so we calculated how much power JJ Watt did, and then the students got to generate power, measure the power they generated, and see if they could beat him, basically.
Oh, that's cool. Okay, that's cool. That's all. Thank you, and back to the studio.
Ms. Dunn's PAC history class has been extremely busy lately. They've been working on a project with making skits from the Middle Ages. Let's take it to Ms. Dunn herself for more information on that.
Hi, I'm Quinn. I'm here with Ms. Dunn. Ms. Dunn, you guys have a project, 3rd and 5th period. What's up with that?
Yeah, so my PAC World History class is making skits right now that are showcasing the interaction and diffusion of the Middle Ages.
And what are you guys learning from this?
So the students are all performing different skits with different ideas. So one of them, for example, is a marketplace in Baghdad. So that's going to be different interactions that are happening with trade in that region. Another is a council of the Crusades. So different groups and how are we dealing with the Crusades and what are we getting out of them. So those are like 2 of them, but there's several different ones. So yeah, they're learning about how different civilizations interact during the Middle Ages.
That's great to hear. Thank you very much. Back to you.
Now let's send it over to Addie for Wildcat Media.
Thank you, anchors. And welcome back to Wildcat Media. Wildcat Media is sponsored by Sonic, America's Drive-In. Our volleyball coaches had a very fun time last night spending time with their other coaches in the area. They had an amazing time discussing fellowship, sharing advice, and they also look forward to the next one. Now that's all for media. Back to the anchors.
Thank you, Addie. And now it's everyone's favorite time. It is time for our daily Christmas trivia question. All you have to do is answer today's question by the end of 4th period and email at CalallenTV@gmail.com for a chance to win. Let's send it over to Brandon to see who our next winner is and what today's question is.
Thank you, anchors, and welcome back to the 10 Days of Christmas. Yesterday's winner was Edward Inosa. Now, today's question is, in the song Frosty and the Snowman, what made Frosty come to life? Email the correct answer to CalallenTV@gmail.com before fourth period ends for a chance to win. Now, that's all for me. Let's take it back to the anchors.
Brandon?
Now let's send it to Lauren with the rundown on sports after this quick break.
A message from the Sonic Department of Research and Deliciousment.
Did you know your new favorite burger has hand-smashed patties made to order, hot and melty cheese, and a tangy sauce? How rude of me. Let me introduce you. The all-new Sonic Smasher. Live free, eat Sonic. You want to live free?
This is how you Sonic.
Thank you, anchors, and good morning, Wildcats. Calallen Wildcat Sports is brought to you by Southern Charm Home Cooking. Most of you know golf is not a year-round sport, and one of our golfers had already made the transition from Girardon to the greens. David investigates the challenges Caden Allen had to address since trading his shoulder pads for a set of clubs.
Hey Cats, I'm David. I'm going to talk to Caden Allen about transitioning from football to golf and to see how his performance is on the team.
I definitely wouldn't say it's too challenging, but it is challenging in the physical aspect because football is so physically demanding and golf is really just walking and swinging a club. During football season, I would be able to go on the weekends and go play golf and practice my game, so it's really not too hard.
Coming after football season is always tough. We've not been able to have him for practices or anything, so he's kind of been on his own for the weekends going to practice, and I haven't really been able to see him except for, well, the 1 week prior to this tournament we just had. Looked good out in practice, and then, of course, we had our tournament, and he fared very well, shooting in the 70s both rounds, so that's extremely well for not being with us all year. It was a tough call because, try to be fair also to the guys that are already out there, but we also look back and keep records and stats of what they've been shooting as long as they've been there in golf. Put two and two together, and I thought at that point in time, it's best to go ahead and put him there, and I think he did well. I placed him as the number 5 player, and in tournaments, you take the top 4 scores. We used his score both days. He definitely helped out in placing us where we were. In a team aspect, it also pushes those other guys to try to get better as well.
Golf is a much more relaxing sport compared to football. That's all from us. Back to the studio.
Those who have been here a while remember Coach Ozuna, as he was the boys' JV basketball coach before going to Taft to lead their program. But his roots have always been here at CHS, saying, once a Wildcat, always a Wildcat. Coach Ozuna is here to lead our girls' basketball program. Here's him for more.
Calallen High School varsity girls basketball team got a new head coach, Juan Ozuna, and we interviewed him as well as another surrounding coach to see how it's going.
Hello, this is Coach Ozuna. I'm the head girls basketball coach for Calallen High School. I'm here to talk to you about our season, how it's going so far, and things like that. So far, we've gotten about maybe halfway through our season. We've played in 2 tournaments. We've hosted our own tournament. We had the Calallen Battle at the Bay. That was a really good tournament. We had 24 teams participating, some really good teams, a lot of good competition, and all of it's, in preparation for us to get ready for district. Right now, the girls have been working hard. They've hit the off-season hard, hitting the weights, running a lot, getting in the gym, and things like that. It's been a tough season. We've had some good wins, some tough losses, but the girls keep playing, and they just keep working. So the main goal is to win a district championship this year, and I believe that we are capable of doing that with the team that we got. We've got some really good girls. They're fast, they're strong, smart, and they can ball. So that's the goal. We're getting ready for district. We've got a few more games left before that starts, and that's what we're working for, is a district championship.
After speaking with Coach Ozuna, we have a better understanding on what's to come in the future with our varsity girls basketball team. We also spoke with assistant coach, Coach Medley, to ask what he thought of the new head coach.
Coach Ozuna has been great. It's really fun because he's been coaching for probably over 10 years. And this is my first year coaching basketball, so it's really exciting, learning from him, getting the program started. We supposedly lost a lot of girls from last year off of varsity, so it's kind of like a new mix of girls moving up, you know what I mean? Pretty much like seeing how they're playing on varsity, and hopefully we can get it together for this Orange Grove tournament coming up, and then get into district, and get that district title.
That's a little bit more about our girls varsity basketball coach. Thank you, Coach Ozuna. We're happy to have you.
In case you see any of our basketball players, be sure to wish them the best of luck. They will be hitting the school in an area for their second tournament. Let's take it to them for more.
Hey Cats, our boys and girls basketball teams have their second day of their tournament today. The girls playing in Orange Grove and the boys playing in Alice. We wish them both the best of luck, and we will get back to y'all with the updates on Monday. Back to studio.
And that's the latest on Calallen Sports. Now back to the anchors.
Thank you, Lauren.
Now it's time for James to tell us all about today's weather forecast right after this short break.
Hey Cats, I'm Grant. I'm here with Jacob, Bree, Liz, and Kerrigan. What are y'all selling?
Kilograms, Grinch boot.
Okay. How much are they?
One for $2, three for $5.
Please come out to buy some.
Thank you,
Very
that's
cool.
all, and back to the studio.
Thank you, anchors, and good morning, Wildcats. Weather forecast is brought to you by Baytech Robinson Families. Those temperatures, everybody, hate to say it, but they're going to be climbing back up to averages that we've seen, in fact, earlier this school year, as you likely October. Excuse me. Currently, skies are cloudy, 73 degrees with winds out of the southeast at 13 miles per hour and a 15% chance of rain. And on the Doppler radar, rain is returning to the region, although very, very light showers across the area, generally moving north or northeast, with rip current statement remaining in effect through this evening. And until your triple holiday countdown expires, until Christmas break, we have 8 days. That will be 7 tomorrow, so next Saturday we'll begin Christmas break. Until Christmas, 12 days. And until New Year's Day, we are now sitting at 20 days until 2025. And if you come over with me now to your 2 to 10, temperatures are actually going to max out at almost 75 to 76 degrees, and then drop down only to about 70 by 10 p.m. because of that cloud cover retaining in a lot of the heat. On clearer nights, you'll see a much sharper temperature drop off because that heat radiates out into space. But that's not going to happen tonight, but those winds are going to remain relatively constant, ranging about 7 to 11 miles per hour out of the southeast with an average of about 10, and those rain chances picking up as the night goes on. And speaking of going on, let's go on into the weekend where temperatures are going to be in the low to mid 80s. The day of interest, however, is Sunday with a 40% chance of showers and thunderstorms, likely to be isolated to scattered throughout the entire day, before hopefully things cool down heading into the final week of the semester. And with that, let's take it back to the anchors.
Thank you, James.
And that's all for your announcements for today. But now it's time for your joke of the day. So guys, what is a Christmas tree's favorite candy?
I don't know, Ace, what?
Ornaments.
For all you social people out there, make sure you're following us on Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram at Calallen TV for all the latest updates. Also, subscribe to us here on YouTube to catch all of our latest videos.
And as always,
stay classy, Calallen.